he's come out with not just pro-Palestine, that's another thing, but he's come out with pro-Hamas rhetoric, and Hamas in itself is a terrorist organization. He's outwardly supported that. He has put together groups to outwardly support that. And in the state of where we're at, in the state of the world, in the state of the country, I think that is the wise decision, because you can play the devil's advocate of, well, he hasn't done something, but if he's outwardly shown evidence and outwardly expressed potential future of doing something, I think that is the wise decision.
It is actually not against the First Amendment to support with your words support terrorism, like saying that you support a terrorist group, that you agree with the ideals behind which they are operating on. It's actually not even illegal to say you support that violence. Because in the Brandenburg test, which was determined the limits of free speech, they determined that there was two different prongs or two different criteria that have to be met in order for speech to be considered no longer protected speech. And it's not just advocating violence. There has to be a legitimate chance that your words will actually incite that violence. The violence will just be incited. So, for example, if someone in their basement with a few friends is saying, yeah, I want to shoot the president, just because he's advocating violence doesn't mean it's against the First Amendment, because the likelihood of violence actually happening is very low. Now, if they put together a coordinated plan and a conspiracy and buy weapons and, are texting each other about their plans to go to the White House and murder the president, now that's a different story. But merely advocating in favor of it is not a violation of the First Amendment. If we're talking specifically about him, there is no evidence to suggest that he was planning violent attacks.